Well, we are welcoming the famous Romanian director Cristi Puiu, who has seen today his international premiere of a very special movie he made in France with French actors, which is called Trois exercices d'interprétation. Welcome to Rotterdam Film Festival. You just got out of the film theater and saw your movie for the first time, and you told me that you were fascinated because it wasn't meant to be something for a big public or to be distributed in theaters. It was your exercise, an attempt to what?
What we have done was, in fact, I responded to an invitation made by an association called Les Chantiers Nomades in France. And I've been there in Toulouse, meeting some French actors working for theater, mainly, in order to do a workshop on acting. And I don't for cinema, acting for cinema. And I do believe that acting for cinema has to be an exercise of this kind. Has to be a film. I don't understand the term exercise. I'm talking about acting. I know there are some exercises students are doing in schools, but I think the best exercise you can do is to step into the shoes of an actor on the set, making a real film. So we had 3 weeks. We had a text that I imposed, and we worked on the text, and then I asked them to give life to this text. I mean, there is a text of the 19th century.
Philosopher.
Yes, a philosopher.
Very fin du siècle. Yes.
Yeah, a Russian philosopher. So it's to make it actual, and to improvise, to put their stories in it, and that was it. And we shot it for 10 days, and we had 3 little films, and now is the first time that I put all these 3 films together in a single piece, and it's for the first time that I watched this on a big screen, the whole 3 films.
And what did you discover? Because it was the same, it is a very beautiful text, full of philosophy, and also full of conflict, and full of debates, and full of love and searching people. What did you discover? Was it your goal to see the same text or the same ideas changing or developing through different sets of actors? Or?
Yeah, this was one of the objectives. I had this question in my mind, I mean, regarding the interpretation of an actor of a certain text and how these texts become his text, her text, her lines, his lines. I mean,
also get mixed with the personal life or the personality of the actor.
How the text is going to change.
Not the role, but the personality of the actor himself.
Yeah, but this is what I'm interested in,
yes.
Because I think the texts are just a pretext for a different kind of experience, which is having a lot to do with certain energy that that you can reach through a text and through acting and through filming. And I think I do believe that this is what why I'm interested in cinema. When it is the ineffable.
Yes.
L'ineffable.
L'ineffable.
Yes.
You have given some Romanian interviews about this movie, because you said that you are not interested in actors, but in the people, and you're not interested in making art, but in searching, discovering.
Yeah.
This is maybe the first time you are working with French actors?
Yes. Second time.
Second time. Well, but what did you discover here? We have 3 of the actors here.
Well, I discovered that it's very difficult to direct in a language that is not mine, in a foreign language. And I discovered that they are very good actors. And I discovered some friends.
Yes, but you had something, friends and actors, but they had to play a part in the movie and to be something in the movie. And what struck me was the resemblance with sometimes there were scenes that resembled the absurdity of Eugen Ionescu, the very well-known Romanian playwright, and sometimes it was Eric Romer. I think the French actors also thought at Romer every now and then. Was it a surprise for you, or are you a Romer adept or fan, and because you want to do something more with Romer? I read about it.
Yeah, no, I have a huge respect for his work. I think it's a great master. And of course we thought of Romer because of a different kind of reasons. And there is this very specific relation that you have with the text, with certain text, and getting into, let's say, a sort of philosophical controversy, dialogue, which is very Romerian, I would say. And it's a relation that he's building, searching the relation between his characters and the cosmos, I would say, the life outside the characters.
Something bigger.
Something bigger.
They don't dare to touch, but that shows itself in the conflicts they.
A certain way of conceiving the time, the duration. And we had this in the first, for example, in the first film, we had this improvisation of 18 minutes. I didn't dare to put a stop to it.
The beginning.
In the beginning,
yes.
And I was watching it while shooting, and I was so amazed by the way, I mean, their dialogue and their little chit-chat was entering in a sort of harmony with the rhythm of the cosmos, because the sun was entering the clouds and the birds were singing, and you. Yeah, there was something quite magic there.
There was a magic moment.
I don't know if we got it in the film. I think we got it, but I'm subjective, so maybe I see things that are not in the film because I had the experience.
Shall we ask the actors? Two of them played in the first movie, in the scene in the garden, at a table. It was really like having an early dinner with friends, and talking about the world and big pains and little pains, and debating about philosophy and about death and life and belief. Was it easy to improvise this around high items like this, and also everyday French life? Vous préférez que je parle français?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I don't remember if it was difficult, but I think it was quite easy to have a drink in the garden.
It looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite like that. It was. We didn't know what we would do, so there was no challenge before doing it. And it was during doing it that we realized what happened.
You were in the middle of a movie while sitting and drinking and eating.
Yeah.
Some.
And
you suddenly realized
the only thing different or false is the wine that wasn't wine.
Oh, what a pity! Yes.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But the pleasure was real. But even if the rain wasn't real rain, and we didn't know exactly what we
expected to do.
We are going, but we knew that we have time and pleasure to experience.
You had the time.
The experience, yes, and it was real.
Those were beautiful scenes. I will ask Cristi. Thank you very much. I would ask you. You said in an interview, it was a quote of yours, that you had the impression that some actors didn't understand in the beginning what you wanted from them. But did you know what you wanted for them? Because you were searching something. You were searching for fears, for mighty fears. That's what you said. Everything is about our mighty fears. And we don't dare to put those fears in words and in images, but you did.
I don't know if
Did they find the fears, and did you see those fears?
I don't know.
Which fears are they?
Well, I don't think they have name. They have a name. There is
Even
a name
that.
for this. I think there is it's a very basic level of everyday life, and I think you can put some labels on these fears, but I think it's something much more extreme that is I don't want to say ruling this world, ruling ourselves. There's something that we don't really understand, and we do whatever we can in order to avoid this. And I think it has to do with our very specific fear. I don't have a name for it, but it's a very
Could it be a fear of living and more than a fear of death? Because the text is about death, is about adjusting to relationships, about religion, about avoiding conflict, even avoiding conflict. Those are very kind people who are constantly avoiding conflict at the table.
There is a quote that's coming to my mind now. There is a quote from Twin Peaks, Lynch's film, the series, a TV series. At a certain point, Major Briggs, I think was the name of the character, has been asked by the bad guy, which is his worst fear. And he answered that I'm afraid that love is not enough. That love would not be enough. My English is poor, but I think it's que l'amour ne suffira pas.
Yes.
In fact, so I think it is
it
something.
It leaves a lot of things open to search
and
to doubt about.
Open, but still, I mean, it's a crucial fear, I think, because the text, the conversation is turning around some Christian values. So the most important value is love. So if you put a question mark on love, then I think you're lost forever. I think
you lose the basis of humanity, where
you lose. I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
No, okay.
I don't want to think about it. I mean, maybe it's just a nice dream, but I prefer to have this dream instead of thinking that love is not enough. Mm-hmm. Love is not enough in order to
survive,
to be saved.
Yes.
By the void, by the void, we say, le néant.
Le néant.
I don't want to get philosophical about it because it's a long discussion. No, but you do,
because it is a philosophical film, but it's also a captivating philosophical film.
But because of the text of Solovyov, not because of me, because of them, because of the actors.
It is also, of course, because of you.
No, well, as a director, what I did was...
It is not a closed world, of course. It is something that touches a public. I don't know if it's going to be a very large public, because it's also a very long film. But you challenge the public with it.
Yeah, but it wasn't meant to be a film. This is maybe the misunderstanding, because what we did was to do 3 films of 50 minutes each, each one. So I did this, and then Evgeny is in the film, and he said, "Oh, it would be nice to present it in Rotterdam." I said, "Okay, I'm going to ask Nathalie Rizardo from Chantier Nomade, who helped us a lot. I mean, she made possible this project." And I asked her, and I said, "Okay, why not?" And I put all this 50 minutes film inside one film. So that's why it's long. It was not long because it was meant to be a film of 2 hours and a half, and it is not an excuse.
But it is what it is. So you don't mold it later or cut it. It's the result of a very beautiful experience you had.
It was a great experience, actually, and there are lots of things that you get to learn through an experience like this, and and maybe the most important thing is it's having to do with your own limits. Because I would say, and I will repeat myself, what I like in what I do are things that I didn't put myself there. I mean, you can control some things, you can do some things, you can imagine some things. But the most important things for me in my films are things that I didn't put myself there, they just happened. It's a sort of quest, maybe it sounds absurd, maybe it sounds pretentious, but it's a quest for l'ineffable. So this is something that you cannot control. I mean, it's above you.
It has something wild.
It's something that you don't understand, but when it happens, you recognize it. You recognize that it's there, and this is what I'm interested in. The rest, I mean, the performances I'm not interested in, and I don't like cinema as cinema. You know, like beautiful objects. I'm fed up of it.
You're fed up of cinema as beautiful.
Of these beautiful objects.
Yes, maybe. Are you also fed up by the fact that you are known as the person with whom the Romanian New Wave started?
Well, this is
a myth.
I think people need to put some names behind facts, events, and so on.
But still, there is a fascination for Romanian films, and I ask you if it has to do, because they are very different, and the directors are different, and actors are different. But maybe is this Romanian feeling for the néant, for the void, that people see or feel or discover in the Romanian films?
Well, I don't know.
Something about the absurdity of fate and the light touch Romanians can give to it without making bold comedies, but very intelligent, sincere films.
Well, I don't know if they are very intelligent. I think they are. I hope they are intelligent enough in order
in a subtle manner.
To get to the audience. But what I think is that, I mean, spontaneously, I will answer this, that yes, it has a lot to do with what we call the Romanian spirit, a sort of fatalité. But still, I think it's not right.
Not enough.
No, but I think it's not right. I think it's just we need to put some labels. I think it belongs to us as humans. I think it's not it's not a cultural difference. It's not just.
No, of course not, because otherwise they wouldn't be internationally acclaimed. They touch a chord.
Well, I don't know. I think this is a matter of chance also.
Also.
Yes, to be acclaimed and to say okay, and I'm afraid that this might be also something that is related to a certain trend. I don't know.
No.
We'll see in years.
What does it mean for you, being acclaimed? You won with the death of Mr. Lazarescu, which was also an incredible, beautiful movie, and also an international success. You won almost 60 awards for it, which is also a little surrealistic. And is it a burden for you, or is it just life as it comes? And
I don't. Well, when I answer these questions, I try to do my best in order not to offend the audience. But well, I've seen this film like I rewatched it 1 year ago, and I found it not. I mean, I don't like it.
You don't like it anymore?
No, I think there are lots of serious problems in it. So.
And are you going to
I'm going to talk about this.
To talk about
it. Yes,
Tell
of course.
What is the problem? Is it mistakes you won't make anymore, or things you have to work?
I don't know, but I'm asking myself questions regarding my position as author. I mean, telling this story. Who am I to tell this story? So but from this point on, there are lots of little small problems in this film. So well, I don't know if. You know, the film has been invited to 120, more or less, festivals, international festivals. I've been to 5 of them. I don't like to leave home. I mean, I like to stay home.
You live in Bucharest?
Yes. Yes. And I like the festivals, but I don't like to move. When I'm in a festival,
the traveling you don't like, yes.
Well, the separation I don't like.
Separation. What are you separated from?
My family.
The family.
And usually I take them with me. My wife and my 3 daughters. See? So, three daughters now. Zoe, she's 3 years old, but during the Lazarescu 2005-6, for the 5 festivals, we traveled together with the 2 daughters we had at the time. I don't understand lots of things, but I understand that the cinema has to, in order for cinema to survive, you need festivals, you need these competitions, you need the... And there is this publicity, and there is marketing, and people are watching films that are acclaimed, meaning you start asking yourself if the audience, the audience, are going to cinema in order to watch films, or in order to get in touch with a sort of certain aura of a certain prize. You see,
it's a certain zeitgeist, yes.
It's sort of somehow it's perverted, the relation we have with cinema, because of this.
Does it bother you very much? Because it shouldn't, of course. You are very close to what you love, if it's your family or your film or your idea or what you're searching. It shouldn't bother you.
No, it doesn't bother me, but it bothers me because you know, the dialogues that the discussions we have with the others are being somehow blocked by the fact that film got a prize and the other didn't get a prize.
Okay.
So from the start you cannot talk cinema, you're going to talk fame. So this is a problem, and people seem not to be aware of the fact that their perception is being distorted by this. But it's a paradoxical situation. Things are going this way. I don't have a better model. I think this is the model. But we have to be aware of the fact that we tend to be influenced by this model. Yeah.
Yes.
To be.
Can you tell us something about the next film you are making? The title is The Mansion.
Yes.
I suppose it has nothing to do with Hugh Hefner, or
no.
But something with it's about a Romanian politician who got rich, and
no, in fact it's what I'm trying to do. In fact, what this experience did to me, experience in Toulouse, was to somehow convince me to really make a period film after the text of Solovyov. So it is. It will be.
It has nothing to do with actuality. It's
no. It is 1900
costume film, yes.
and it's not going to be in Novecento.
No,
but it is 1900, 1901, and it is the text of Solovyov. But it is an expensive project, and when we are looking for money, and I hope in between to do another film, and because I have to screenplays, and we have this, and we try to find money for them.
Yes.
It will be again co-productions and so on.
You are planning a Romanian answer to Eric Romerto. You want to make 6 films from the outskirts of Bucharest.
Yeah, an homage, in fact, an answer and an homage. I mean, yeah. I don't know why, but I was happy to see his portrait here. There is a photo of his in a series of photographs. I don't understand exactly why he's I don't know.
Why do you like him? Have you met him?
No, never.
No, because
But I think it's something strange that is happening with his I don't know. It's not. I think it's really rated somehow. For my taste, I think we are not talking enough of his films and his approach on cinema. I think, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, he was very loved, but he passed away, and a lot of new directors come, so his heritage is cherished in maybe not...
I don't know. I have this feeling.
What do you want to take from him and continue?
What do I want to?
In your Romanian movies, which take place in... Yes.
Well, I think I just cannot escape this. I mean, this was a start. The start was somehow, my start has been related with lots of directors. And he was there from my beginning. So I think it's not a comfortable position to be put in. I mean, as author, talking about telling stories from a moral point of view. I mean, being...
No.
It's not comfortable and somehow can be pretentious, like, you know, arrogant.
Which is not.
Which is
Neither
not
are
in
you.
his case. I
Yeah.
hope not to get into this territory, which is extremely dangerous. This is what I'm trying to do. I mean, to answer the question, some questions that I'm asking myself through this means of cinema. But I don't know. See, it's not easy.
Well, that's fascinating for us. If it was easy, you wouldn't be here, probably. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.